Hi, I'm Sandra from Hira. Welcome to day 8 of our 10-day lip reading challenge designed to help you develop and practice your lip reading skills. Hearing loss can have a profound impact on your life. It touches every interaction. It can affect your career, your relationships, and your happiness. Join me to explore tips and tricks on this YouTube channel to bring confidence and clarity to relationships in all areas of your life. Today, we're going to learn about the TH sound. To make this sound, the tongue is placed between the teeth. Watch the word teeth again. Teeth. This sound is relatively easy to see, especially when it's at the beginning of the word. Watch this. Thumb. For our lip reading practice today, I'm going to say the sentences 3 times. First, silently, then out loud, and then silently again. There's a couple things I want you to keep in mind for the practice today. The first thing is that the first time you see the sentence, try and stay relaxed. Look for any word or words that have TH in them and see if you recognize any other words. Don't try for every single word. The second thing is that you should try and commit the sentences to memory somewhat because you'll be seeing them again. Are you ready? Number 1. The sentence was, the 3rd month of the year is March. Here it is again. Number 2. The sentence was, that's my toothbrush. Here it is again. Number 3. The sentence was, I thought it was this Thursday. Here it is again. Number 4. The sentence was, warm weather makes me thirsty. Here it is again. Number 5. The sentence was, thank you for thinking of me. Here it is again. Number 6. The sentence was, my birthday is on the 5th of the month. Here it is again. Number 7. The sentence was, don't bother with that. Here it is again. Number 8. The sentence was, their mother is very thoughtful. Here it is again. Number 9. The sentence was, we have 1,000 reasons to give thanks. Here it is again. Number 10. The sentence was, I wish you health, wealth, and happiness. Here it is again. Okay, now I'm going to randomly pick 5 of those sentences and say them silently. If you can recognize and remember the sentences, you are lip reading. As always, the answers are written below. Are you ready? Sentence A. Sentence B. Sentence C. Sentence D. Sentence E. This is the last one. For the last 2 days in the challenge, I've asked you to remember the sentences. There are many links between memory and hearing. I've written a blog article on this topic, and I'll link to it below in the description section. But today I want to talk specifically about working memory. You use working memory, for example, when you hear a phone number and you want to hold on to it for a little while until you can find a pen to write it down. Or if you're following a recipe and you have to remember half a cup of sugar. When you partly hear something, maybe part of a word or part of one word and part of another word, you have to hold on to that fragment with your auditory working memory. You hold on to that fragment so that you can do an internal database search in your own mind to find something that fits. So you're thinking, what does that sound like? You may have noticed that sometimes when you don't hear clearly, if you have a moment to think about it, then you can figure it out. And that's because of that database search. Your working memory has to be strong enough to hold on to these fragments. By the way, you can strengthen your auditory working memory through auditory training programs, which is another passion of mine. This kind of memory work is heavy in terms of consuming brain resources. And if you're having to do this while also listening, it's going to be hard to do anything else, like smile and be witty. So your facial expression might look something more like this. It can be exhausting. I mention this because it's important to be aware that listening is hard work, especially if you have underamplified or untreated hearing loss. But even with hearing aids, you're totally multitasking when you're listening and remembering and reading lips and trying to separate the voices from the background noise. Lip reading and hearing aids are another 2-for-1. Both hearing aids and lip reading can support you. It's almost like having a hard drive with 2 databases in it. A database for what it sounds like and another database for what it looks like. So if you have hearing aids without lip reading or vice versa, it's almost like having a smaller hard drive. It takes time and energy on many levels to invest in your lip reading skills or technology if you need technology. I just want to acknowledge that because it may seem daunting. It's worth the effort because communication is at the heart of connecting to other people. And through this lip reading challenge, I'm trying to show you places where you can put your effort to make things better. That's it for today. I hope it was helpful. Comments are always welcome. Please like, subscribe, and share with others. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 9. Bye.